watch a lot of videos and they keep saying, I saw Jesus, he visited me on by my window, or he visited me on my bedside, and oh, it's just wonderful, and I saw his face. And people keep saying when they do go into the spiritual, they see a light. They can't see your face. Just like when I had a dream and one of my, I couldn't see his face, but I could see the angel's face. He was gold, but I couldn't see Jesus' face, but I could see his body. It's like, I don't want you to see me, what I look like now. We'll all get a chance to see, but I'm telling you, this is what I said. I said, God, and I'm very specific. And I think when you ask God for a specific thing in a specific way, he will do. And I said, God, you walk this earth. Those disciples and other people saw what you look like. So it was not like a hidden agenda. Since I can't see you, if I want to see your face, I can't directly see your face, of how, and if God showed kids different, I hear people say, oh, I seen his face, oh, he had brown long hair, and he had blue eyes. No one said he had green sea eyes. No one said how he had brown eyes. Okay, I'm not going to deny the fact of what you didn't see. Whatever he looked like is glorified. You're going to see that when you go to heaven. And when you do get a chance, nobody's going to be able, even other people who had encounters, they can't see his face. They see a light. If God allow you to see something, maybe you visualize Jesus to be a certain way. Maybe when you were a kid and you believe that Jesus had brown hair, that's probably what you're going to see, so that it won't scare you off. I don't know. But I said, God, I'm not asking to see you how you look now, because that's like going to another realm. People always say, Jesus, I want to see you. I want to see you. I want to see what you look like on this earth. Does it matter? It mattered to me because when I was praying, I had to always visualize the cross or light shining on the cross, because sometimes when we talk to people, we always see an image. You want to talk to a person. You don't want to just like a blank and just like, So I said, God, I just want to, I don't want to picture this skinny white man. I'm sorry, I'm not prejudiced or anything, but I'm just saying, with a pointed nose, and do they really know what you look like, or is it something they drew with just long hair? It took me 2 months I prayed, and then I forgot about it. And so God allowed me to see him in my dream, and I saw him, and he, from a distance, he looked like a, how Pakistani look, because of the road. He had a Pakistani type of, I don't know, the collar was kind of like this, and it had the sleeves, but it wasn't like see-through. It was a little thicker, but he was moving. He was just gliding like that. But then when he came down, from a distance, he looked like that. When he got closer, he looked black. And I remember all the people were screaming, "He's black! Jesus black!" And they were happy and jumping. And I'm trying to be funny, some of the black people, or what we call children of the Hebrew of Israel. Anyway, they were black people, whatever. They were jumping up and down. Some was falling on the ground crying. So, oh my God, he's black. And in my mind, I'm thinking, why are you so overwhelmed that he said, what difference does it make? I wanted to see what look, and I said, Jesus, whatever you look like, if, people say you this, that, this, and that, you have to be different. And I said, if you was purple, I want to see what you look like when you walk this earth. So somebody remember how you look. I said, because if the disciples recognized Moses and Elijah, and they were born before the disciples, so it's not like they looked upon their face for real, but when they were in the mountain, they recognized that, oh, that's Elijah, and that's Moses. Jesus, I should make 3 tabernacles, one for you, one for Elijah, and one for Moses. So anyway, I seen him, and when he got up close, he had a black nose, the traditional round black nose, whatever. He was a Pakistani color, but he was a little browner. He was like a little shade darker than me, but it's kind of like a potato color. Like, anyway, he had brown eyes, dark brown eyes like mine's kind of. It wasn't like a hazel brown. It was my color. And he had my nose. But I'm going to tell you something. He had thick black shiny hair. It was not straight, and it was not down to his, maybe it was a time that they cut their hair, whatever. But I'm just telling you, his hair came to his neck. I mean, it was cut short, but it was wave, but it was thick black, like people from India. People from India had black shiny hair like that, but it's straight. His was kind of curled. And when he got closer, he had a string of gray, just a strand of gray hair. And I'm like, wait, man, what's going on? I said, and I said, how am I the judge to say that he didn't have that gray hair? And I'm like, maybe he was stressed. And I'm like, oh, he was in his 30s. And you can think what you want. You can say, oh, whatever. I know. And that's the only reason why I asked Jesus, can I see what he looked like when he walked this earth? I said, there's no secret what you look like. It may be a secret. Everybody saw you on the earth. Can I at least see what you look like when you were here? He was brown skin. So it looks more like a color of a potato. He wasn't dark skin. He wasn't this color. He was lighter than that. But the shade browner than me. And what else did I notice? He had a mustache. He had and I'm gonna tell you something. When that Bible, when it says that he took those cords together and he overthrew the tables and took the cord and was whipping, I'm gonna tell you something. They did not jump on him. They could have. But he wasn't no little skinny man. I'm going to tell you something. People were pulling on him in my dream. And they was jumping on him. They was asking him all kinds of questions. I don't know how he did it, but he answered every last one. He did not get upset like, you're pulling on me. What? He just said, yes. No. And everybody started coming off for him as he's answering. Somebody made him laugh. They said something like, something they asked, and he said, I can't say what it was to kind of laugh like. Now, I heard that sound before. I know somebody who's got a voice like that. He said, but they were asked him every question, and he was like calm. He was like smiling. He wasn't stressed. I don't know how he answered everybody. And then I'm going to tell you how his eyes was. His eyes it was crazy. It was like this, like, I don't know. He looked like everybody. The eyes were kind of like Asians, but it wasn't going up this way. It wasn't going down like Chinese. It went straight across. But he had like right here was like, how it's like a swelt, like right here. But his eyes was pushed in. It was like deep. Like a protrusion, not protrusion forehead. It was a protrusion eyes, like kind of like his eyebrows stuck out more, and his eyes was deep within. But it went straight long. It was straight across. How like Larry Holmes when he smiled real hard. It's like long, it's like a long thing, it's like lump, but it was like kind of like this, and it went straight down, but it was pushed in. And I remember somebody telling him, he was like, his eyes was twinkling. It was straight across, but it was like ding, like shining, but it was pushed in. He had just a little strand of gray, but his hair was real black and pretty, and the mustache was kind of like his hair, so it wasn't like curly, but but and my friend was with me, and she said, oh, Jesus, and she fell down. I remember Jesus came over there towards her, and he did his hands like this over her forehead. He didn't touch her, but he was over her like this, and he was saying something, ministering to her for a long time. I said, what is he saying? And then in my mind, I said, I wish you can come over here and minister to me. I need something. He said, I don't need to minister to you. It's like, you keep doing what you're doing. It's like she was in need. Like why, like, in other words, why, people always want to hear a word, and it's like, that's not what I do it for a reason. I do it for a reason in the area that they're weak or sick or need strength. Not that